So, hello everyone, I'm here with my review for Attack on Titan, episode 50, right? Or episode 13, season 3. 50 the weird, calling it season 3, a half year break, but it was supposed to be early, right? I did my whole delay videos, all the good stuff, right? So scrap it, like Attack on Titan, right? Yeah. Whatever, I'm hyped, the ending was amazing. Let me say it straight, right? The ending was spectacular. You can, of course, show that part from the trailer where they're all like, right? And they explode and they show all the Titans, right? The beast that's prepared. So here's like a massive army of Titans right, waiting for them and so on. So yeah, that was freaking awesome. That was amazing. Them hiding in the walls, there's a great storyline and so on. So I mean, the last like 5 or so minutes, especially the last 2-3 the cliffhanger moments were really good. You should say they're really good. But, and I think this is a but here. I'm always an honest reviewer. If there are anything people comment to, I am not negative. I'm being honest. The first 10 or so minutes were, I don't think the episode was bad, but I think the first 10-15 minutes definitely were kind of like, yeah, we're going there. There's some flashbacks. We're going there. There's some flashbacks there. So the first 10-15 minutes, they were definitely kind of a slow burn, right? You're kind of sitting there, you're waiting. I think one reason though, so it's a little mental bias though. I mean, if you watched episode 50 as 49, you're sitting here, you're binge watching the whole anime, right? You've never seen it, you haven't had a wait time. Say in 10 years from now, you're watching the whole anime. This episode, it probably feels fine, right? Yeah, it probably feels less of a drag. But now I felt like, you know, give me to the good shit, give me to the good shit, yeah. Now I sit there and we wait for that, like, where's the Titans happening? Yeah, you kind of excited, really, how it's finally back, and we're finally getting the real, you know, the action, the massive, the betrayer listing, and you're waiting for that, right? So I felt that in that sense, the episode was probably less of a bore than I felt. Mentally, I'm probably biased, that's what I mean, right? But all that being said, though, it definitely wasn't much happening until the last 5 or so minutes. And those were really amazing. And before that point, I felt the episode kind of started almost where Rainer kind of killed that guy that was hacking on the wall. I think the episode pretty much started. That's where I felt like, no, we're on, here we go. It's almost like that's where I felt that the season really started, yeah. Before that moment, when Armin was like, oh, where are they? Oh, they're in the walls. That was pretty good. So I mean, that wasn't pointless. That was interesting. But and well, okay, of course, Eren did block the wall. He did block the wall. He did block the hole, but that's pretty much one thing that happened in the first 10 minutes, that he blocked the hole, right? Everything else was just like the flashback and so on. That being said, though, I don't think it was that bad, because it did make some sense that we're having some flashbacks right now when we're going finally back to the hometown, right? So we finally see them, you know, reminiscing about their past, Mikasa, Armin, Ermin, yes, you know, particularly the other characters doesn't really, yeah, but, so, I mean, it makes sense, but it still felt like a little used position there, how the first half is like, yeah, I guess this is pretty okay. And then the second half is like, oh my god, yeah. The next half is like, fuck yes. So it definitely felt very, very, very weird in that sense. I do think, don't take a time to as an anime and a manga as well as post, but especially as an anime, really has it going for it though. It's like, there are those moments where you're like, holy shit, and then the next moment's like, oh, okay, no, they're just talking here, but whatever. He does have that, right? And I like the whole thriller, where the Titan's coming from, what's behind the wall, the whole thing there. So when Armin was like, where are they? Yeah, where are they? Behind somewhere. I think there, I guess, the episode really started, for reals, it felt like. But especially then when, of course, he stabbed him. And that was the real kicker, when it's like, whoa, no, it's back, yeah. So altogether, I think it was a pretty fine episode. I do feel I think I'm mainly the bias. I can't hard be objective. So let's talk about the scenes then. Like Eren Jäger, blocking the wall, blocking the hole, right, is an important thing. Previously, they of course, you know, the Bernholt, we know it's Bernholt now, they kicked in the door, right, and after that, Titus could walk in. So, by, of course, then blocking that thing, they can get rid of Titans, and then people can get out, right? So, if you look at the content, that's the biggest thing they've done so far, almost in the whole anime, right? Except also killing the king, I guess. But otherwise, because the humans have 3 walls, and obviously the outer rim is more distance, right? depends on how close the wall are to post, but in general sense, yeah, like it's a much more area, more territory, right, with the third wall. So you have a much more food, people die from starvation and so on, right, as you know, season 1. So when they're finally closing that thing now, humans are going to be able to get the full access again, right? Humans are going to have, you know, the humans' last wall is going to be back in action, right? So that's a big thing. However, though, as you see, and as you know as well, they have to kill the 3 shifters, right? And have 1 captured, or the 4th one captured. And they have to kill the other 3s. And especially, as we don't talk too much about how he does it, but it's pretty clear the Beast Titan can, you know, makes more Titan, right? And I'll leave it at that. But you can clearly see the episode that there are only no Titans there, and suddenly it's bam, 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 bam. Suddenly explodes, right? And either it's like 50,000. Okay, that's what happened. But either it's like 100 shifters there, or it's like 3-4 shifters there, and the rest of them are just you know, big. Yeah, something they can create, right? So they have to, of course, somehow, yes, they have to, of course, kill them to stop the Titans from being started anyway. We have the whole, you know, like colonies, home village and so on. Yeah, so we have the like the earlier foreshadowing of that, right? So obviously you have to kind of like, okay, we have to kill the Beast Titan and all Titans to get assets back, right? And whatever is outside the walls, but still though. So that's a big thing, and now the episodes, I mean, I guess gonna fight the main, right? It'd be really awesome to see that. What more happened? Well, we saw the expected best Titan on the side there. That was interesting. Beast Titan kind of, you know, revealed another Titan there, very cool. His gang there, so we had some cool things through the rock there, and so we had like a baseball pitch team, and we saw kind of a lot of Titans coming there, and they have different abilities and so on. So that's cool. I love the preview. There was a guy doing this thing. When he was running, he was like, "Oh yeah!" It's like that Titan. That's a cool Titan. Yeah, he was doing the best running motion there. That was the greatest Titan. Like, yeah, that's gonna be a dangerous one. And we saw some other like cartwheel Titan and so on. Right? So some interesting things happening there. And then of course we see the wall thing. Right? So the wall thing, the hiding inside the walls, as Armin remembered. Oh yeah, inside the walls were actually Titans, right? And that's how they also created. That's how Aaron could also create the hole. Or close the hole, I guess. You don't create holes, you close the hole. You could, you know, create the block there, and yeah, hiding in there. And I was thinking, man, what a horrible job though. What a horrible, the worst anime job ever. It's like, oh yeah, I have to like do this thing with the wall. Obviously, when you find them, you're gonna get killed, right? You know he's gonna either eat you, stab you, punch you to death. Something's gonna happen, and it's like, I fired! Oh, yeah, it's like, god damn it, worst job ever in anime. Worst job ever. Oh man, what a horrible occupation. You don't wanna be that. You don't wanna be that guy, like having to find yeah, it's just really bad. But anyway, I think it was a good episode altogether, especially I think it has to be, it's fair to say, right? The beginning is pretty good, then it gets better, then it's like, boom, yeah, and then the ending is just amazing, right? The ending is just, yeah, spectacular ending, yeah. Really kicking off the season, right, of Attack on Titan. So, I think it's only 10 episodes, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure it's going to end that, yeah, see the opening, right? Fit the opening, I can't say that thing. Okay, the opening, much better than the last opening, much better. Better song, better animation. I think it's ridiculous that some people recommend the last opening. It's a top cruncher or whatever. But yeah, last opening wasn't very good. I think it was pretty mediocre. The song wasn't even high, it didn't fit at all. There's no titles in it. It's a lot about the key for the basement, I guess, but it was a pretty boring opening. They had no titles in all of it. Which is their memories. Kind of like the ending is now. The ending now was pretty fine, yeah, but that was pretty much the opening last season. And that also affected the thing with that last opening. It was really boring because it was an ending, right? It was just like, oh, here's the flashback of the character having fun as kids, yeah. Opening was supposed to be a little more, you know, like bam, bam, yeah. This opening was much more like Titans, Beast Titan, yeah, it was more fighting, explosion, punches, shots, fire. It was much more like that, right? It was much more actual bam, 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 right? Yeah, so it was much more of an opening. Where last season really was kind of like, oh yeah, here's Irvin. It's a kid in school. interesting. Like, that felt a much more like an ending thing, which was just like, oh, a little flashback, a little memories. Kind of, again, how this ending is now, when you see them in the school and they're kind of studying and so on. All supposed to be hyping you up, right? So this opening, much better, definitely more enjoyable. Yeah, it really exploded much better. Straight up, right? Much better opening. The song was good. A lot of foreshadowing. We saw some new titans. We saw some new abilities, right? The new weaponry. I don't want to spoil, but yeah, we saw some new weaponry. We saw pretty much everything. Yeah, so that's a good opening. It didn't tell you if you you probably can't figure much out of the opening, but they're clear. It's a lot of foreshadowing. So if I can a manga read it, oh, this thing, yeah. So you can probably like, oh yeah, this thing and this thing, and this thing. So yeah, it is cool in that sense. But anyway, that's my review. Hope you liked that. See you guys next week with Attack on Titan. And otherwise, today's Fairy gone and so on. And all animes come after this.